Welcome to Brotherly Differences. Welcome back to the Rap Universe episode 2, album for album. This is album for album episode 2. I'm doing back to back, man. And this one we're going to do Blueprint versus Stillmatic. And I'm definitely still going to do 2 more episodes for sure. I'm going to try to do about 20 of these, but what I have in mind, Blueprint versus Stillmatic. Then next is going to be Get Rich or Die Trying versus Documentary. And the fourth one's going to be it not yeah yes the next one's going to be Machiavelli versus It Was Written, and I'll explain why I did those albums in the episode. But Blueprint versus Stillmatic, as I told you guys, Nas was my second favorite rapper, and Jay-Z, not my top five, but Jay-Z gets respect. Some people say he's the GOAT. I'm fine with that. It's subjective. They say it's not an argument. Jay Z is the most popular, not most popular. Jay Z is definitely the most accomplished rapper and stuff like that. Hey, I disagree, but hey, it's y'all opinion, man. I'm not even gonna argue that. But I'm really not gonna show bias with this album, with this matchup, because Blueprint is one of my favorite Jay Z albums. I say Jay Z only got five classics. He definitely has five classics. Five classics. I think he got 13 albums. I really wasn't a fan of like the Hard Knock Life Volumes 1 and 2, um, the Lifetime of Sean Carter. I didn't like Dynasty. I didn't like Kingdom Come. I didn't like American Yanks and things like that. My favorite Jay Z albums is Reasonable Doubt. He killed that album, his first album. Um, I fuck with Blueprint. That's one of my favorite Black album. 444. And I actually like American Gangster. I didn't mean to say that. I like American Gangster. I don't like Blueprint 3. And I like Magna Carta. I don't know why people don't like that one. I like Magna Carta. Nas, I fuck with Nas. He my second favorite rapper. He definitely don't have Nas. Some I don't like all his albums. He got about 10 or 11. My favorite Nas albums is Illmatic, my number one favorite of all time. It Was Written in my top 10. I Am. People don't like that album. I love I Am. That's a classic to me. Some people won't say that's a classic, but I like I Am. Um, Nostradamus was trash. I do like a few songs on there, but that album's not that good. Stillmatic is a classic. That, oh my god, Nas shows his G's in this album. Godson's a classic to me. I love that album. People don't respect that album. Streets Decipher. That album was okay. Hip Hop is Dead was trash, and I'm not gonna go too much on. But Life After Good was great, and his Nasir album, Nas need to come out with something better. 7 songs, you should have came harder than that. Kanye produced it, so Nas my dude, but he better come harder than that. But let's get into this matchup, Blueprint versus Stillmatic. Just like I did in the last one, I'll give the songs I don't like, and I'll give the songs I do like. There's 14, 15 songs in this album. 15 songs in this album. At least from I don't know. I don't know what the original album had, but it's definitely on the Spotify. I mean, I bought this album on iTunes. 15 songs. I really can't say it's not a song I don't like on this album. Girls Little Girls Part Two is the only one I don't like out of the 15 songs, and this album is definitely listenable. I love this whole song. I'm really not a fan of Jigga That Nigga. I know some people like, nigga, that was a hit. No, I'm not a fan of that. So I guess two of the 15 songs I really don't like, Jigga That Nigga and Girls, Girls, Girls Part 2. So other than that, this album's a great album, man. Stillmatic, I love this album. It's one of my favorite Nas albums. I would say Braveheart Party was not on the regular version. They put Every Ghetto on here, so I won't do the Braveheart Party. On the Spotify version, Every Ghetto takes place of that song. On this album, I really didn't like Destroy Rebuild like that. That song's kind of lame to me. And other than that, I fuck with this album. I like Every Ghetto. I like what comes around, what goes around. I like My Country Rule. I like the Flyers. I don't like Destroy Rebuild, but I like Second Childhood, One Mic, Rewind, You're the Man, Smoking, Got Yourself a Gun, Ether, Stillmatic. So out of the 14 songs, I don't like one song. 13. So yeah, these are classic, man. So let's get into it. And basically, and what I'm gonna do with the episode is gonna be from about 20 minutes to 30 minutes of me dissecting the album and then saying which one I like better. The first episode I chose All Eyes on Me and Life After Death. So definitely, hopefully, in the comments I can get what y'all think. That's why we need to get our fans base up so we can get like 1,000 comments on there. Y'all give me who y'all think won. So that's more in the future. I'm gonna just keep putting out content and just hopefully it's a wave. But here we go. The Ruler's back. I like how he started out this album. He's basically Jay-Z was putting out albums every year from 96 and this 2001. This was his sixth studio album. He's putting out albums every year. Jay-Z putting out content. So people was loving that with him, and people was loving those Hard Knock Lives and stuff like that. So, man, Jay-Z hit a wave. So people was probably calling him the best rapper in the game at the time. So some people are going to say Eminem after Marshall Mathers LP2, but man, Jay-Z, people saying he's the best in the game at this time, running the game. But the Ruler's back. He basically coming in. I'm the king of this shit. He basically said I'm back, and he kind of went off in the intro. Oh yeah, really quick. The reason I picked these two albums is really because Takeover was a diss song to a lot of rappers, but to Nas, of course, Nas was in there, and Stillmatic was Ether in that was towards Jay-Z. They both came out 2001. Blueprint came out September 9/11, 2001, and Stillmatic December 18th, 2001. And I just put these two together. This is a perfect matchup, especially with the diss songs. Both came out in 01. This was Jay-Z's sixth album. This was Nas' fifth album. Nas, in 7 years only put out 5 albums, and Jay-Z in 5 years put out 6 albums. So Jay-Z was killing the game right here. Let's see. In 6 years he put out 6 albums. He was putting out albums every year. Nas in 8 years, 7 years, 7 8 years he put out 5. So he had gaps in between. But man, the Ruler's back. I did the Ruler's back takeover. Basically a diss at Mob. Basically it was a diss at Nas, Mobb Deep, and stuff like that. We know it was at Jadakiss. So we know that diss song was nice. I know Charlamagne the guy say Takeover was better because he think Ether was just little kid jabs. No man, Ether won over Takeover. Takeover was good. How he did good getting on Nas. He was kind of bringing up facts, saying how he took Nas he took one of Nas lyrics in The World Is Yours on Illmatic. I'm having presidents represent me. That was on Nas The World Ain't Yours Illmatic, the best album of all time in my opinion. He took that. He basically saying he who he paid for. He didn't pay Nas. Like, you don't even own that shit, nigga. I paid Publishing Clearinghouse, something like that. He basically said that. So he was kind of spitting on that. I'm gonna go over the singles quick. H to the Izzo, Girls, 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 Jigga That Nigga. I didn't really like that song. And Song Cry was the singles. But to get back to the album, Takeover was good. The third song, Izzo, H to the Izzo was good. I like the theme of it. It was a good commercial radio song. H to the Izzo. I like that. I like it. He definitely, the lyrics fit the commercial style of it, and I like the way he put that on here. Girls, Girls, Girls. I love that song, but they basically talk about the different women he had. I think he was seeing Beyonce, kind of. He was seeing Beyonce, but he's basically showing like, I'm a pimp out here. Girls love me. Jigga That Nigga. He basically, I'm that nigga. Jay-Z, I'm that nigga. Like this was his Braggadocious album, man. One of his Braggadocious album. Like, I'm on top of the game. This is my 6th album. You Don't Know is my shit. He went off on this song. Jay-Z went off on You Don't Know. Holy Ho Vito. He basically was killing that song. He was killing that song. Heart of the City, Ain't No Love. Man, ain't no love in the heart of the city. Hey, that's my shit. Like, man, this album is a classic, man. It's hard to choose on which one better. Never Change. He kind of slowed it up, basically saying things never change, man. And he basically just reminiscing on his past. Song Cry. I love this. Probably my favorite song on the album. I love this. Basically another slow song. Basically, he just reminiscing on this song also. He basically saying, I can see it in your eyes. Got to make the song cry, and you basically like feel sad. I think of sad shit when I hear this song. Probably my favorite song. All I Need, definitely a great song. He went the slow route. Renegade with Eminem. Eminem killed this, and And either he said Eminem killed you on your own shit. Jay Z killed this shit too, man. I ain't him Eminem a town this. Jay Z killed this shit too. Blueprint Mama Loves Me. Basically it's just basically what he's saying. He showed the love for his mom in this song like he did on the Black album. Jay Z throughout his career has been showing love to his mama. His mom's a lesbian, stuff like that, and he basically just showing love to her. You are who you are, and I still love you no matter what. Lyrical exercise, breathe easy, breathe easy. That's the shit. I love that. He basically going through lyrical exercise. Basically, man, he's killing these words, his wordplay and shit like that. And Girls, Girls, Girls Part Two, I really didn't like that song. That's one of the songs I didn't like. He didn't have to put down the album. But overall, this is a classic, man. This is probably my second favorite Jay Z album behind the Black album. From top to bottom, this song is great. There's a few skippable tracks, but man, this album is definitely a classic. Like I said, it got songs like Song Cry, it got Renegade, it got Takeover. This was a great diss track, but Nas just killed him with Ether. So overall, man, Blueprint was a great album, man. I really fuck with that. Stillmatic, this is a masterpiece, man. Man, I'm gonna have to put this in my top 10. It's definitely my top 15. Man, start off with the intro. You don't know how he gonna come in. He started off with the intro like I'm back. This 2001. Nostradamus was trash, so he's people didn't like I Am either. So Nas like people like nigga Illmatic and It Was Written was a classic. You coming in with that, and now you gave us Nostradamus. I Am and Nostradamus. Those was whack. I Am is a classic to me. So I don't know what people talking about. I love that album. That album's put together well. Nostradamus was trash. There was a few songs I liked on that, like Project Winners and Big Girl, but Nostradamus was trash. He actually wanted that to be a double album, but with streaming, I mean not streaming, with that we were starting to hit the wave with where we were starting to download and things like that, and niggas he had to bring out his album quick because niggas was I can't find a word right now, but they was putting out the album before it was gonna come out and stuff. I don't know why I can't think of the word. I feel slow, but man, people was just getting that album early, so he had to put it out. And he had to put I Am, and I love that album, and then he put Nostradamus out later that year. But he came back 2001 and in 2001 with fucking Stillmatic. Ether and Takeover is number 2 on both after the intro on both songs. Ether was better than Takeover to me. Charlamagne and God said Stillmatic because Nas was immature, but Nas was basically killing him, man. He was roasting this nigga while he was spitting rhymes and shit like that. So he definitely, I think Nas won this. And people say I ethered you. They don't say they don't say anything about Takeover. They say you got ether. Even Remy Ma came out with Sheether. So I think Nas killed Jay-Z, and I don't know who won this. Tell Jay-Z fans they say Takeover, but Nas fans gonna be biased and say Ether, and some Jay-Z fans will say Ether. Got Yourself a Guns. That's definitely. Let me go over the what's the name quick. The singles to this album was Rule. That's my shit. Got Yourself. I'm on that song. The Flyers. That song was cool. And One Mic. One Mic is my favorite song on the album. My second favorite Nas song of all time. My favorite Nas song of all time is Last Real Nigga Alive. Last Real Nigga Alive. That's my favorite Nas song of all time. It's on God's Sons track 4. But Got Yourself a Gun was a good commercial hit. Smoking, that's my shit. What y'all smoking? Man, that's my song. You're the Man. You're the Man. He basically, man, that's my song. Rewind. He basically told a story backwards. Basically he basically told how the man got killed, and he basically putting him jumping back into the van going backwards. He fucking a bitch, and he told that backwards, and how he showed the voice message at the beginning. This was a genius song. This album was actually a genius album put together. One Mic is my shit. Basically saying I only got one mic. If I only had one mic, what would I do? What would I do? This song is genius. Second Childhood, he basically going through different scenarios of different people in life and how they going through their second childhood. Like a 30-year-old living with his mom, still playing video games, not working like that, fucking bitches, smoking weed. He basically going through your second childhood as an adult. Destroy and Rebuild. I really don't like this song. Basically saying how we need to destroy what we've learned and rebuild our culture as a black people. Rebuild our culture, destroy, rebuild. it's truth to the song. The fly is basically he kind of gloating on how fly things are with his life and stuff like that. Az and that. Az killed that. I'm not gonna go through Braveheart Party, but I'm gonna skip that because that was taken off the album with Mary J. Blige because she was cool with Jay Z and he dissed him. So, Rule was the next song. I fuck with Rule. He basically saying how kind of not if I rule the world, basically saying how fucked up this political system is and how fucked up how United States they really do rule the world and we have to come to the people have to come to a commitment to don't let them let's not have a dictatorship and things like that. My country is my shit. He basically said my country, how it's fucked up. Y'all taught us history, the wrong history. We just don't know. We basically just program as a people, and our country is programming us. We have to unreprogram ourselves and learn ourselves. What goes around? I love that song. I love that song. Hold on, let me see how that go. Yeah, I like how that start off. I love how that start off in every ghetto. Man, that's my shit too. That's my shit. Stillmatic, it's definitely deep themes in this. It's definitely like subliminal messages to kind of understand for sure. Like with Second Childhood, how he's talking about how he's talking about people like I said, you 30 years old living with your mom, and it's nothing wrong with that. But basically, you're not doing that with your life. You acting like a child. Go get a. You don't have a job. You're not working. You're basically living off your mom, and that's frowned upon. But if you got a job, trying to helping to pay rent, trying to pay off college loans, trying to pay off bills and building, that's fine to live with your parents. Save money. You don't have to pay rent. Save on your expenses. But he basically saying you're being a bum living with your mom. We know those type of people. Lyrically, I would definitely say Nas beat Jay Z on this lyrically with not every song, but with like Ether, even with One Mic, You're the Man, Smoking. What y'all smoking? Like Nas, his themes and concepts on the songs are deeper than Blueprint. I feel like Nas, you kind of got to listen to this to understand the messages in the song, especially like Destroy and Rebuild. Even though I don't like that song, he basically talking to the black community, especially in rural and my country. He's kind of giving a history lesson on these songs, kind of about how we're programmed, especially on my country, we're programmed to learn their history. How do we know if it's true? And things like basically things like that and what goes around. I love that song. This album was just put together well with each song. And I feel like I say, the commercial hit "Got Yourself One Mic." He definitely did good with those. And with One Mic, that's a commercial song that you can put on the radio, and he's basically spitting lyrically on that song, and it's kind of a deep meaning. If I had One Mic, what would I do? And that's that. Man, this album was just put together so perfect, especially Ether. Like he Ether Jay Z. Ether is a theme now. Like people say, you got Ether. So that's definitely give Nas the advantage with this album, like with Ether and things like that. Got Yourself. So it was put together perfectly with Smoking and You're the Man. Like it's definitely, you can almost play this without skipping. The Strong Rebuild's the only song that kind of messes up the flow, but this album you can go through. Like, let me kind of remember what the Flash was. Let me. Oh yeah, the Flash was my shit. The Flash was my shit with AZ. AZ had a good part. So, like I said, man, this album, Stillmatic, was definitely just, it was perfect to, it was a perfectly well put together album with the different themes and concept Nas talk about. It wasn't a boring album where you could skip. You could just play this through. Even you can listen to Destroy and Rebuild because it's definitely messages in the song. Let's destroy what we've learned in this country. Let's destroy what they telling us to do, and let's rebuild our country. Let's get some real estate and help single moms or even like single dads pay rent for a year, let them work. Let's help with transportation. Let's rebuild our communities like Tulsa, Oklahoma, where we had our own banks and things like that, post offices, car services, and things like that. So it was definitely deep messages in this album on top of killing Jay Z in the battle. So Stillmatic is a great album. It's Nas' third best album to me. Illmatic, it was written this, and I like I Am. Definitely Nas' top albums to me. So yeah, I can't complain about this album. And going back to Blueprint, this album was good. It had commercial appeal. A lot of Jay Z's fans will probably pick this one, but Takeover was a great diss song. But like I said, it was definitely epic. It was definitely he definitely killed it on how he basically dissed Nas of saying, "Nigga, I'm out for presidents represent me, and I ain't even pay your ass, nigga. This ain't yours. This is from Publishing Clear." I don't know the name of it, but he's told in there, listen to the song. But yeah, he basically said, "I paid they ass. I didn't pay you, nigga." So yeah, I like that. I like girls, girls, girls. He was showing his arrogance, how he fucking different bitches and stuff like that. I didn't really like Jigga That Nigga, even though it was a commercial song. I didn't really like that. Um, Hold on, let me. I like You Don't Know. I definitely like You Don't Know. Hold on, quick. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He got off on this. Jay Z was getting off on this. That You Don't Know. Um, that Holy Hope Vito, that Heart of the City, man. He was talking that shit in this song. He was talking that shit in this song. Never change. How he just slowed it down and basically just saying, you kind of never change as a human being. You change, but you really don't change as you get older. Like even me, I feel I'm definitely smarter, but I feel like I am when I was 18 and 30. Like you just get more knowledge, but a lot of things don't change, man. Even though your circumstances change, it really don't. Song Cry, I love this song. This my favorite song on the album, man. Just a slow song. It bring For some reason this song kind of do make you feel like you want to cry just because of the way he say. I make I see you running tears down my eyes, so I gotta make the song cry and things like that. All I need, man. I like this song Renegade with Eminem at the top of the game on this song, and even the game reference Eminem just killed me in my own shit in the documentary and stuff like that. And Nas said Eminem killed him in this. Blueprint, Mommy Loves You. He kind of showing the soft side on this album. Lyrical Exercise, he killed that. And Girls, Girls, Girls Part 2, I didn't really like too much. So this album was put together perfectly too, man, especially with the commercial songs and things like that. H to the Izzo was a good commercial appeal song. So man, this album was definitely put together well too. The theme's not as deep as Stillmatic, so that's why Stillmatic get the nod to me because I like how people put the put certain themes and concepts with the lyrics in the song for you to understand and give you a history lesson, kind of. So that's what I love about an album. I feel like that's why Timber Butterfly is one of my top favorite albums. It ain't about like the wordplay is just so great. It's just like the things you put with it on top of your lyrics. The lyrics are still a 10 out of 10. So man, I'll give Stillmatic a 9 out of 10. I'm gonna give Blueprint an 8 out of 10, and I'm gonna go with Stillmatic. I enjoy Stillmatic better. I enjoy it better, so that's why I picked it. Blueprint's still a great album. It's my second favorite Jay Z album behind the Black album. And I love this album, man. Jay Z did his thing. His sixth album, he's basically on the top at the top of my game. And like I said, I only out of the 15 tracks, I like 13 songs. The only song I don't like is Jigga That Nigga and Girls Girls Girl Part Two. And with Stillmatic, the only song I don't like is Destroying We Build, but it's still a history lesson with that song. So that, I don't know. I'm gonna just have to go with Stillmatic just because, like I said, the concepts and themes was more appealing to me with like the history lessons and things like that. With one mic, him explaining if he only had one mic, what would he do and things like that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Stillmatic, man. And lyrically, Nas got him with Ether and stuff like that, and with like Smoking, You're the Man. Nas really laid down the lyrics. Jay Z kind of laid down the lyrics, but it definitely wasn't on the level of Nas with Stillmatic. So that was Nas' comeback album, made people start really respecting him, and it was a different sound from Illmatic and It Was Written. Illmatic and It Was Written, he was more raw. The beast was more East Coast, more hard coming at you. He was more raw with it. His wordplay was just super like you could see his talent in those two albums, especially like with the message and It Was Written. And I'll do a review on that and Machiavelli soon. But man, it was this was a up to date sound 2001. He was with the times. This was an up to date sound. It wasn't like his raw hard lyrics. It was more of a maturing Nas and things like that. Basically saying I can give you a history lesson still with my lyrics, but I'm putting a certain different concept to my style now. So That's basically what Nas did, and Jay-Z basically was changing up too, more towards the commercial appeal because Kingdom Come didn't do so great. So he basically came with a more commercial appeal, but definitely kept his lyrics in there and basically trying to shit on niggas and take over. And that's really what it was. And he definitely killed You Don't Know and Heart of the City, Never Change a Song, Cry. So man, it was close. It was a close battle, but I'm gonna go with Stillmatic, man. So that's really, yeah, that's probably the end of this episode, man. I went with Stillmatic over Blueprint. Man, I'm gonna post these I'm gonna post these two tomorrow, and definitely hopefully you can listen to them and comment on what's your favorite albums out of these two. Episode 1, Life After Death versus All Eyes on Me, and episode 2 of this was Blueprint versus Stillmatic. In episode 1, I chose All Eyes on Me over Life After Death, and with episode 2, I chose Stillmatic over Blueprint. So man, I would love to hear what you guys got to say about that and what I chose and things like that. So yeah, man. Just continue to support us. Rod, he runs the Facebook page, Brotherly Differences Facebook page. As we continue 2019, we definitely want to get this. We definitely want to get more serious with Brotherly Differences, man. We need a voice. We need a podcast. We need a studio. We want to give you the news, give us our opinions, be able to have interviews and be able to get big enough where we can interview famous people. Let's get on the Breakfast Club and show our message, stuff like that. Be a production company, show documentaries or even sports documentaries, documentaries about president, documentaries about certain things about exposing the media and things like that. We need people behind us and stuff like that. And man, we go try to do an episode tomorrow. I'm doing this on January 19th, 2019. I'm doing this, January. It's actually January 20th. I'm doing this. No, it's January 21st, Monday, Martin Luther King Day. I'm off work today, so yeah, I'm doing some late night episodes while the kids sleep, and yeah. And the Twitter page is @SportsDebate. Definitely, I've been tweeting more, and like I said, just need to get these podcasts out there, get a website up where we can put articles and things like that, and you can read. Man, we really trying to do it big here, man. Get a company going and be able to just get this news out there. And I want to be able to have album versus albums with people on here debating of which album why we think is better and things like that. So I just had to get these 2 episodes out there. It looked like All Eyes on Me and Stillmatic, the winners over Life After Death and Stillmatic. And for future, I definitely want to have people on here debating why they think an album is better. And let's talk about the albums and things like that. So these basically just 20, 30-minute episodes doing that. And man, Rap Universe, that's a podcast I'm going to have with we talk about rap. And I know people love music, so we definitely go do that. And me and Rod's going to do our sports podcast still. And our real talk session. So this is definitely still a 2-man operation here. It's just right now I'm just doing it by myself. He's going to do solo episodes, and we want to get big enough what we like on Sports Center with our microphones. You see Brotherly Differences having our own logo, and we're interviewing players. We're at post game interviews with our iPads, getting interviews, putting out content and things like that. Being able to just travel the world and just give you guys content, make documentaries and stuff like that. Being able to quit my job, not quit my job, but just being able to have a business, being able to just work and just be it, like you say, just being able to work and putting out content and using my time for that, things like that. So definitely need the people. But man, I don't want to talk your ear off. That would be off this episode 2 of Blueprint versus Stillmatic. I chose Stillmatic, man. That's my shit. I might listen to that before I go to bed. Man, have a good night, Brotherly Differences Nation.